Welcome back to Nitty Knotty Hand Dyed Yarns and the Beginner Crochet Series. So in the last video we worked on doing our foundation chain. In this video I believe in the last video I said we would work on a single crochet, but I almost forgot about the slip stitch. So to do a slip stitch, you are going to go right into that first chain on your hook. So we never consider this one our chain. This one would be our first chain. So you're not going to skip any. You'll start with that first chain. Now normally you're not starting a foundation chain with slip stitches, but in this instance I just want to be able to go over all of the parts of the slip stitch with you. Now when I crochet into my foundation chain, some people go under both bars of the V. Some people go into the back bump. If there's something specific that your pattern wants you to do, it should say so. Otherwise, I tend to go into the back bump, just because then when the pattern is all done, or my project is all done, or when I'm done with that section, I'm sorry, that's really snug in there. But anywho, then when I'm done, I will have what looks like regular stitches on all sides, and I'll be able to put in a nice border. That is being uncooperative. There we go. So for a slip stitch, you go into the stitch, you catch your yarn, pull it through, and then pull it also through your chain stitch. So again, you'll just go into the back bar, grab your yarn, pull it through, and pull through your stitch. Okay, it's a very short stitch. It can be helpful in connecting things. Again, usually you're not doing slip stitches into your foundation, but in this case I just wanted to show you that we're covering slip stitch all together. So we'll keep doing that all the way to the end here. And now you'll notice when I grab the yarn, I tend to twist my hook because that grabs it easier. I find that easier. If you're just keeping your hook very stationary, you're going to have a hard time moving through the yarn without catching or splitting the yarns. So I always tend to turn them to the side or down when I'm going under the bar, turn them up, and then turn them to the side to catch my yarn and pull it through. And then I usually will kind of let go and hold the base of this stitch to pull it through that stitch without catching the yarn there. So just trying to make sure that that's visible for you. A little clumsy here today, but we're getting there. If you really are having a hard time working into your chain, you probably made your chain too tight. So restart that and make it a little looser. Okay, so now I've got to the end, and we have V's on the top and we have V's on the bottom. We have V's all over the place for this. So this one is actually the side. So this top V would be what we would work into next. And again, when we're done with our project, if we want to put a border on it, the bottom also has a V because we worked into that bump. So it's just a nice transition. With the slip stitch, sorry, I spun it the wrong way. You don't want to spin it this way because then you have to have your yarn go across your project. So we'll turn it this way. That way our yarn is in back of our project. And then again, if you're doing just a slip stitch, you don't skip any stitches. That first one's going to be a little bit snug. Through and through the stitch. Go through both stitches of the V, through and through, and then go all the way across. And that is working your slip stitch. Next project will be the single stitch, so follow and see that one next. Thanks.